Yeah, well, we have entered into picks and bans for this second set. As you can see, Anivia once again banned away. Irelia banned away from KFO. Ray might be saying, hey, let Jarvan slide through. I promise I won't pick it.
Well, yeah, I mean, even after the game they were unsuccessful with the Jarvan, Ray doesn't seem like the type of guy to shy away from any sort of full damage pick like that. And then thinking about that last game too, when they made him, I assume that they made him take Tahm Kench, and they're like, you're going to play tank now. You're going to play supportive top lane and play some front line for us. After that was unsuccessful, he seems like the type of guy, this is all conjecture, by the way, I'm just making my own assumptions here, but he seems like the type of guy to say, you know what, you get one try, that didn't work, now let me play a carry top lane. I've had it with this, I need to take matters into my own hands. Well, first things first, Shrimp gonna take matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
He gets the other of the two.
No tanky jungler this time. Nidalee. Spear, meet face.
Concentrate on that way jungle clear time. Try and get out to another early lead. Same strategy as last time, actually, that he just employs on the Rek'Sai. Farm lead, go for jungle invades. This one, though, with the Nidalee, a little bit more aggressive, a lot more kill pressure. See what he can do to influence the top lane as well.
Ooh, the young Rammus hover, but it's Karma. Locked in for Echo Fox once again for Big and Gnar.
Well, it looks like to me, Echo Fox have the same idea in their head. They're going to go with the exact same comp because to me, the next jungler on the list is also Gragas. Gragas is right up there behind the Rek'Sai and Nidalee, or maybe even on par for some specific people. Regardless, though, that will be what I would suspect for Echo Fox as far as their jungler. The only big difference is they don't have the Sivir to rely on, and the Ashe has been taken away.
Yeah.
And those have been two of the most popular. Besides that, Keith has played a lot of Jhin, but Jhin is completely different. Builds the early armor penetration, flat armor penetration, not a tank shredder, not something like Sivir where you want to rely on just waiting super late there and try and take over team fights with all the crits. So that would definitely change the strategy. And seeing as how they came out with the first exact same first round picks here with the Gnar and Karma being picked up, I would expect a little bit more late game reliability unless they actually want to change up the strategy.
The Victor is available once again, and looks like it will be locked in, but Elise this time is taken for hard.
Yeah, he did not have success on the Gragas last game. He had a very rough return to the LCS stage, and so he wants a little bit of change of pace here. Elise has a lot of options early game as well. Can have very high impact ganks, so we'll see how comfortable he does feel on the Elise. Also, if you're expecting Nidalee invades, Gragas is going to have just a very difficult time as well, but at least she can threaten you if you're invading and she's in a brush. And you have brush advantage with Elise. Even Nidalee has to be a little bit scared because if you get cocooned full comboed and you're in enemy territory, it's easy for the enemies to collapse. So you have to be a little bit careful about, face checking brushes on your invades if you're facing the Elise. And you can see what Echo Fox is doing there. They are going to save that 80 carry pick as well, so we don't get to see what Keith will opt with, whereas APX have gone very similar here with a couple of long-range picks. Keen again going to take up Talia, which he did get solo kills with.
Alawi is going to be the final pickup for Ray, though, and Xpecial returns to his infamous Alistar. I feel like the Alawi is something that kind of fits Ray's playstyle. We're going in.
Yeah, Alawi definitely benefits a lot as well from people engaging on you. So it adds a little bit more flexibility, I guess, to this Apex squad, especially with, as you say, Xpecial back on the cow, guaranteed engage if they do have Ashe Arrow, Talia, plus Alistar.
Oh, yeah.
That right there is all the engage that you need. So you don't need Ray to also play something that's going to add more of it. And it's just going to have a lot more teamfight presence on the Alawi. I'm very curious to see how the Alawi-Gnar matchup does play out, because I've been expecting a lot more counter picks like Yasuo and Lissandra, which were both strong against Gnar previously, seasons ago when Gnar's played a lot. However, we haven't seen either of those very frequently, and Alawi is actually going to be the take that Apex decided to go with. So See how the tentacles will fare, how well KFO can dodge those. I really do hope for standard lanes because I'm curious on this matchup, but
I don't know, our Alawi will shake out.
very well could be a lane swap here from Apex as Lucian Karma's kind of oppressive.
Yeah, very difficult bottom lane. As Lucian, as you said, final pickup for Echo Fox. Keith looking to have a very strong performance again in game number 2, and doesn't have to wait for that 3-item power spike, whereas last time he had to wait out a significant portion of the game.
Yeah, a little bit different look here for Echo Fox. While they do still get the prized karma, and we'll see. Make sure this time what they really want to do is not have to delay and rely on all the wave clear.
Yeah.
Wait 55 minutes into the game. Maybe Hard will have a better game this time around because a lot of the early game playmaking comes from your jungler and then your support roaming.
Yeah.
So we'll look at those two.
We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that as we get ready to load onto the Rift. Apex trying to bring us back to a game number 3, whereas Echo Fox backs against the wall on the verge of dropping into a guaranteed spot in the promotion tournament, are fighting to claw their way back in. One match loss, and they're guaranteed in, but looking to take this series 2-0 right now as we load on.
Yeah, Echo Fox would be extremely happy with a 2-0. You know, shifting their jungler once again. Echo Fox is really a team that's just, first and foremost, looking for improvements in their play. They just want to make sure that this team will be around for another year. Whether they have to go into the promotion tournament or not, they need to be able to create real improvements in the team play and be able to sustain those as well for future games.
The challenge is on. Meanwhile, though, looks like we've got defensive lines set up. No hard engage. Group is 5 from Apex, like we saw in game number 1, to brute force their way into some wards and try to bully hard back.
Oh, free money.
5 gold Echo Fox. Things are looking good.
There you go.
It's a big advantage early on.
Best early game yet.
Oh, Storm Raiders Surge Alawi. We're going in.
Interesting. I mean, I guess if people are all up in your tentacles and you're going to be able to proc it, then go wild.
Yeah, you can chase them down. You can use it in team fights for repositioning.
It is pretty annoying to try and finish off an Alawi. Kind of deceiving missing health healing that she has.
Yeah.
With all the tentacles flopping around, if there are multiple teammates getting hit with that.
Especially if he goes for the Death Dance first, even more sustained.
Yeah. I'm always a bit wary about the Death Dance first, because the build path is a little bit scary for her.
Pretty brutal.
It's pretty much all damage build path, so she usually likes to go a little bit, you know, bruisery. Some people do go with the Death Dance first. It's just more risky to me. Lane swap, they do pull it off though here, and it's just going to be tentacle spamming to try and snag some CS. They are able to zone him off before he gets too many.
Oh man, nothing quite so bad as looking at those minions from afar, watching their health bars get low, but not being in range.
Yep, early teleport does come in from KFO on that minion, so they can push with the teleport immunity on that minion up on the top side. A little bit later, teleport channel now from Apex, as Ray does the exact same, so we won't have those shenanigans of the early top laners having to run around for their lives. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4. And the junglers get to clear the jungles uncontested by supports as well. So both teams pushing as heavily as they can on the turrets. And thus far, Echo Fox with a decent lead, actually, this time around as far as the tempo. And they probably will be the ones swapping their duo down bottom as well to try and answer. So that extra bit of time in taking the turret might result in some Drake control. You know, ever since the changes to the Rift Herald, where he doesn't come out till 6 minutes, a lot less opportunity for trading those two objectives, and mostly it's about the early time being worked into a Drake if it's important, and Inferno is important.
Yep, more damage, definitely a great thing. But recall completed from Apollo sends him back to base, and Xpecial will finish his own as well. So that means Ray will be left on his own.
Now, the other thing you always want to keep in mind in lane swaps are these wards that the teams leave behind. You can see both of them have the mirrored vision inside the blue quadrant of the enemy team. When you send your supporting your AD carry down here, there's a couple of tricks that you have to watch out for. Up until this point right here, where Apex's duo just crossed the ward line on the other side, if the team that's behind in the lane swap plays a sneaky risk and actually leaves their duo on that side with the top laner, they can actually try and pull off a play where they have more people on the bomb side. They try and get one of those sneaky kills on your duo. It is very risky, you know, as is top laners actually both converging on mid lane here and collapsing.
KFO's very far forward. He's walking. Oh,
in a bit of trouble here. He's actually
takes a turret hit before flashing.
What the heck?
First blood, Ray.
He is lost, and that is not where you want to be, buddy. Gnar gets blasted. Not a very good start there for KFO, and things turn even more sour for Echo Fox as they were already going a bit rough. Leads starting to build in the CS, but yeah, KFO, I don't know why he goes for that boomerang. As soon as he saw Ray, he's got it. Like, Keen has the inside track. Froggen, there's nothing Froggen can do. The Taliyah wave clear early on is insane. He can one-shot the backline, as you can see, with just level 1 of the Q, and so he's going to be pushed up there and has presence. That was a pretty costly mistake there, but Echo Fox will, after all the chaos, take away the Infernal Drake. So first blood for Infernal Drake.
Echo Fox did still have that duo on the bottom side. So with that control, they secure it. Turrets are traded now. Ray will get exclusive solo gold. Hasn't completed a recall yet, so we'll be down in raw items if KFO heads to that top side. Right now he's on the bottom, clearing out that minion wave. 1,000 gold lead for Apex in the start of this game, as we're starting to see a CS advantage open up just about everywhere except for that top lane.
And it's most prevalent in the jungle, where, especially the jungle numbers, there are even more gold in those jungle camps. So when you see a big difference like that, you know that Shrimp on the Nidalee has been prioritizing the farming, just like we talked about last game with the Rek'Sai, but it's even more dangerous with the Nidalee. He's earned his level advantage, and now he's on the hunt, looking for hard, looking to invade. And you have to be a little bit more wary, because Nidalee's clear speed increases substantially as she tries to get to her runic echoes.
Shrimp currently serving up the Shrimp special, opening up an advantage in that jungle once again. However, looks like we're seeing a tier 2 rush out of both of the teams. Late recall from Shrimp means it might be a little bit difficult for Ray to defend this solo, as Froggen eats some more damage from Keen. He solo killed him last time. Froggen's got to be careful.
Yes, he did. Froggen will remember that and play a bit safer, I believe. Right now, both top laners are trying to do the same thing. Stay in experience range, maybe snag a couple of CS.
Oh, that's a lot of
defense
damage
there.
Yeah, Shrimp finally catches up and will allow Ray to catch most of these minions.
Meanwhile, Gnar has an easier time with the boomerang spam, and KFO has been doing very well for himself with the boomerang spam, able to earn that level advantage as he has tried to recover after the early first blood.
Got a 10 CS lead over Ray right now as the lane swap is squared out. And he's done a good job of avoiding that matchup as well, so didn't get to see the standard Alawi versus Gnar. A little disappointing. But the game is young. 8 minutes in, Apex now looking for some aggressive vision. Special walks too far forward, flashes. He's caught by the crowd control and will be able to knock away towards the minion. Oh god, he's trying to escape it. One final attack. Froggen catches him with the laser.
Whoa, the teleport is really aggressive for Ray.
He completes it too. Manages to get the pull. Arrow gets tossed in. Hard is forced to flash back. Keen. Oh, doesn't get that kill. Spear. Oh my god, and the tentacle. Oh.
More projectiles, quick. Make jump. Jump.
Exactly. My heart can't take it, guys. Slow down.
Yeah, teleport comes in though. No kill on Hard. He is able to escape. And Shrimp gonna try and capitalize at least with some invade here. They know they were able to chunk him out, increase that jungle advantage. But I have to say, this is the second game where Apex, they get the early lead in map control, but it always costs them an early Drake. Almost all of their games, even from last week, not very much priority for them on the early Drakes, regardless of which Drake it actually is. Now this one not really gonna punish them as much because they got that very free kind of first blood in mid lane. And the jungle advantage is also doing a lot of work for them. But neither of those are really because they gave Drake up. Giving the Drake up was unrelated. Shrimp was already ahead of Hard before Hard started spending time killing that Infernal. And like mid lane as well.
Yeah. I feel like we've seen this early game before from Apex. And very similar. Big gets caught and dies to Keen with an auto attack.
This one's on overdrive though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is much quicker even than normal from that we see from Apex because they are out to a blazing speed here. Secondary turret already down 10 minutes into the game, and they are just rocketing ahead in gold. 3,000 gold, definitely far more than makes up for an Infernal Drake. Remember, Infernal rises in value the later the game goes because it's a percentage-based increase in attack damage and ability power. Doesn't really matter much at the moment. And Apex with a very big gold lead to try and continue to press into Echo Fox territory.
Yeah. Well,
Question
Echo
in
Fox,
this game, obviously, is going to be that mid game though.
Echo Fox are saying just 46 more minutes.
Whoop.
Arrow tossed out, will field goal past Froggen.
Just 46 more minutes, yeah.
They're waiting for it. Clock's ticking. But now, Echo Fox actually looking to put a play on the map, starting to get some vision on that side. According to Apex's game plan, last time they went mid, tried to rotate top for some chip damage on the tier 2, and then went for Rift Herald. Well, this time Echo Fox has got vision and are already starting to burn through its health. Ray with no teleport means this will be a disadvantaged fight for Apex.
Once again, Echo Fox are going for those neutral objectives, but this does, cost Hard a lot of farming time. The Elite's already behind in levels, now 2 levels behind, and it's actually costing them so much mid priority.
Yeah.
They get the glimpse of the void, but they've been able to, Apex that is, have been able to shove right up mid lane and bottom lane at the same time. So this makes a very easy transition from mid down to bottom, where Ray has got the minions all prepped.
It's a big minion wave and no answer from Echo Fox. They're on the opposite side of the map, but that tier 2 is shredded by the 5 members of Apex compared to the 2 of Echo Fox on the opposite side. They're going to continue looking to pressure forward. Luckily, there is a lot of wave clear with that Victor and Karma. Dropping the AoE. They managed to engage, though. They're looking for Frog, and he gets pulled over the wall, and Ray will kill him.
They're inside the base at 12 minutes! Man, what in the heck is going on?
Fox are doing the same thing, looking for the inhibitor, though. Apex are not falling back. Pushing onto this inhibitor turret. Oh my god. Echo Fox are actually trading for it. They take it down before the arrow gets tossed. It's inhib for inhib. Bit of a base race between the two. Are they going to try to rush down the inhib?
Yeah,
Ray is down there.
I mean, nobody can defend this. Nobody's recalling, so.
Ray looking for the hero play. Oh, Echo Fox KFO hops back.
Oh, look at the Karma flank from Big. Big is behind him now. I don't know what he can do with 4 people, but they do trade inhibitors.
Oh, 13-minute inhibitor trade. That lane swap took an interesting turn.
Yeah, I mean, the inhibitor trade, we've seen it, a few times before, but the surprising thing was how many members of Echo Fox were so close that they were getting caught at the inhibitor turret and getting killed. Hard almost died as well as Froggen going down. And Apex, because they're on the bottom side, also get to retreat over to the Drake. Now they can even it up. And with so much open space on the map, now the extra mobility will be decent for them. A lot of wards left behind for Apex, but not so many for Echo Fox. And Shrimp is just going to be a monster now. He's 2 levels ahead. He's on Nidalee, so he can clear extremely quickly. He's got a Cloud Drake, so he can get between them quicker.
Oh, wow! Hard is doing
Holy.
some huge damage. Chases after him.
Big plays. LCS
Trip is running.
big
Trip is running. He hops.
plays. LCS big attempts.
Tweet hashtag LCS big attempts at LOLesports.com. And we'll take a look at those later on in the show. Echo Fox looking to answer back.
Spicy, I like it.
3,000 gold lead for Apex. 6 turrets to 4. This game taking a different turn than the previous one.
Yeah, let's see if it keeps going.
Yeah.
As of right now, all the lanes are pressed up for Apex. Supers are doing work bottom. You know, they've got pressure mid, trying to go for the invade. Pressing up in mid and top, now trying to take over the jungle. Good thing for Echo Fox is they just were able to clear that. So not too much gained for Apex on their invade of the red quadrant. But definitely Apex sitting pretty here with control of the map.
Question is, can they convert this time? Instead of just cracking the base and taking the inhibitor, they've still got to end the Nexus. This time they're trying to break down that mid-tier 2. Quick rotation gets a lot of damage onto it, but isn't able to bring it down. Reducing the durability.
So what we talked about with both teams wanting to change a lot from the last game, this is the stage that Apex wanted to change. And so far, they've made it work. I mean, they wanted a route into the base. Whenever you trade inhibitors, favors the team that wants to break through inhibitor turret lines to try and end the game anyway. Apex want to increase the speed of the game so they can increase this lead that they've already started to grow. And the way they're going to do that, Ash Arrows, followed up by Talia Ultimate, cutting people off. So once again, it is the picks ready for Apex. Right now, I might have wanted to use that to actually wave clear than go for harass for team, but doesn't actually end up costing them much tower health. Both top laners happen to farm the super minion waves, so first items completed for both of those guys.
Ray did go for the Black Cleaver first. Having a little difficulty with the super minion. Not quite as easy to kite it out as the ranged Gnar.
Mid lane pressure once again for Apex though. They push the minions up and Echo Fox try and cut the minion wave.
They will succeed in that. No more minions in that mid lane, but now we're starting to see some more movements across the map and the vision to match it. Vertical line vision from Apex on that top side of the map, and Echo Fox doing the same on the bottom. Interesting how they're trying to follow that inhibitor pressure, but 16.5 minutes in. Apex's game so far. Echo Fox are looking for a pick.
Paul's ready with the Ash Arrow, but you usually want to shoot those from Fog of War.
Not into Fog of War.
Yep, this is another one. Oh!
Keith forced to flash away as he gets dangerously close to Keith. And now Echo Fox have got control on that bottom side of the jungle as Apex weren't able to find the pick they were looking for.
Yeah, hovering to their vision down here, able to avoid the Ash Arrow. That buys them a lot of breathing room here because that is the main engage. Keen doesn't want to go in there early. Even especially with the Alistar, you know, the Alistar nerfs doesn't reduce quite as much damage at the early levels, so he still has to watch the output from the enemy team. And you never want to be late.
Racing forward, he's going to separate Echo Fox right down the middle, turns, and that's going to be Keith flashing over the wall.
Yep, Ray's teleport meant that they had to get out of there.
Got pinned against the wall, the pathing couldn't find a way through. Special gets turned upon by Froggen, which zones it around, and the spear is body blocked by the minions. Ray is chasing Keith down. He doesn't miss he misses the slam. Procs the slow onto Keith. Is he going to continue to chase us down? He's got flash. Keith does not. Tentacle will hit. Ray with the follow-up. Can he get the solo kill? One more auto. Ah, misses.
Well, he's still going to spawn tentacles. You keep the camera on Keith. I want to see how he dodges those.
He's fine.
It's gone. It's gone. It's timed out. All right. He made it home free.
Yeah.
Man, that was an exciting little chase, though.
And now 18 minutes in, Echo Fox with control of that bottom side river, or bottom side jungle, I should say. They're starting to prime for that next Drake. Ocean is going to be the spawn. They've got some big recalls. Super Minions back onto the next inhibitor. inhibitor. It feels so weird saying that word before 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, Echo Fox are actually very happy about stabilizing here. The gold lead hasn't increased much for Apex. They've been able to slow them down with all these mid-fightings and disengage. So, not too bad. I mean, Apex actually have been able to increase it a little bit. They got that extra turret on top of it. But, you know, Keith's up to his Ghost Blade, at least looking at a Black Cleaver before they have another engage. This is just Ocean Drake, mid-game Ocean Drake. Apex should have priority on it, but, you know, Echo Fox looking to fight the Vision War.
Shrimp. Ooh, that's a repel onto the blue buff. Card dodges away from Shrimp's harass, as that means that Keen and Ray are able to break down the mid-tier 2 turret. No defense from Echo Fox. And now Apex start racing towards that dragon, looking to expand this gold lead.
Yeah, it's been the same story. Good focus on Apex, pushing up this minion wave over and over in the mid lane.
Oh, they got another
pick.
hit hard, and the arrow lands on Keith as well. Special in the back line. He's going to soak a lot. There's the wall. Keith, 1v1 me, bro. Just kidding, here's my team. That's the spear missing. Shrimp will hop forward. Exhaust keeps Keith alive. He's still kiting it out. Keen brought low. That's Froggen on the side. Ray is going to try to get some damage onto him and will proc the slow as well. Froggen's trying to play the minigame, but the tentacle will hit KFO instead. And Echo Fox lose one, but walk away with their lives.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be worse for Echo Fox. Only hard goes down. Keith does get hit with the Ash Arrow, but he's able to fend off all challengers in the 1 versus 1s, the consecutive 1 versus 1s of Apollo and Shrimp, and able to disengage. In the end, objective still does go to Apex, and plus they get this kill as Keen got a great pick onto hard, but unable to get any more. Look at this duel here. Keith fights him off, waits out the Talia ultimate, then Big comes in with the flash and exhaust to ensure that Shrimp won't be able to finish the job. Ray with the 1 extra tentacle spawning there from a 1-man ult. Not able to get much done, but they did burn Froggen's flash on Victor, so maybe they'll keep that timer, you know, look for him in the next team fight. They do know that Keith still sitting on no summoners, so backline for Echo Fox gonna be a little bit more cautious.
21 minutes in, and Apex once again in the lead. However, Echo Fox much more comfortable this game than the previous one. They've got vision, they're contesting objectives, and they're fighting it back to Apex. It's not going to be a passive game this time around, as Echo Fox want to take the 2-0 and try to close the gap, try to claim that 7th place spot and dodge that promotion tournament for themselves. They've got to show that they can be able to compete here. KFO with Meganar and the Rift Herald buff. He's going to start getting a bit of harass. He will be cut off, though. Nope, hops over the wall. Here comes Keen, though. Yeah,
getting tagged here. Nidalee's on the way as well. So it's up to the rest of Echo Fox to use this time that KFO is trying to buy. Right now, they can't get much done.
Yeah, the spear threads the needle, and that's the kill for Apex.
That's such a weird situation where I mean, Echo Fox, you never want to have your split pusher applying pressure that deep, especially against a team that's a pick team with Ash Arrows and Talia ultimates. If the rest of your team is not in position,
they still got the arrow. They turn on the Froggen. Crowd control comboed, gets the kill.
Very lackadaisical mid-game here from Echo Fox. Good punishes by Apex, though. You know, somebody's over-pushing, they punish him. Somebody's standing in mid lane there with no flash, they arrow him. Another punish, another inhibitor. That should be 2 inhibitors since the other one's exposed for Apex, and they're making a very good case for ending out this game and pushing it game number 3.
Ray trying to get some damage, turns onto Keith. He's got a lot of tentacles and nukes him. They're still turning onto this inhib, though. It will fall. They're trying to clean up the minion wave. Apex might be trying to end this game and bring us to a game 3 right quick. Nexus turret number 1. Ray tanking a few hits here. Do they have the minion wave to drop it down? One Nexus turret falls. Special in the front. That's KFO swooping them back in. He's going to turn onto Special, but crowd control will mean KFO gets that GA. Pops Ray in the front, eats a snare, so he can't follow up. But they do get the kill on KFO as he respawns.
Yep, Apex are just annihilating the... they come out because it's so early in the game. The death timers are extremely low, so
Yeah.
all Echo Fox members are back up. But man, they just laid waste to the Echo Fox base. Look at all that destruction. They zoom over the dead inhibitors, dead Nexus turret.
All the unraveled Earth.
Yeah, too much, too early this time around for Echo Fox. I thought that they were going to be able to stall out, and they had for maybe a couple minutes in following the first inhibitor picks, but since then, Apex turning it on. Another setup from Keen. Keen on this Talia has been setting up so much for Apex. And they punish once again. Huge picks, back-to-back picks into a couple inhibitors destroyed. The world is their oyster now, and Apex get to bait Baron or even just burn it down. I mean, super minions are walking up there, so yeah, they're actually just going to go for it.
Special running zone control. Ray rushing over to tank as best he can, and Shrimp will eat a lot of damage. There's Apollo even getting involved. Echo Fox are well aware that this is happening as they get a ward over the wall and forced to pull away. Ray gonna try to burn down, eat some damage, but Keen drops off the escape route. Big will fall, and Ray turns back onto that Baron. Hysterics actually gets popped by it.
Yeah, good. Now he's got more damage.
Exactly. They're all in the back of it, so they've got to be careful.
Oh,
Ray flashes onto hard. There's a laser onto a special. Spear will follow up, and Ray on a rampage gets the kill. Pulls in a lot of damage from Keith, in fact. A little bit too much. As Froggy gets the kill, they teleport in, and Apex have overstayed their welcome.
What's the damage done by Baron? He was auto-attacking for like a minute straight in that fight. And in the end, it's a 1-for-1? Not exactly what Apex wanted when they've got almost a 10,000 gold lead and 2 inhibitors down. Very good for Echo Fox to just go for a trade of kills like that when they're so far behind. So there you go.
Yeah.
As you said, you know, looking at 50 minutes left here for Echo Fox. This time though, they don't have that late game crit AD carry. They're the ones with the Lucian this time around, and Ash is the one who's actually going to get to the 3-item crit build really quickly in this game.
Uh-oh, they're doing it again, though. Apex, if at first you don't succeed, get on that Baron again. They've already burnt it down to half. Big will get a ward over the wall. Here comes Hard. He's got his flash.
Do it.
No smite.
Do
Arrow
it.
is going to miss. It's down to 1,500. He's going to repel him. He stole it. Oh, my God. He actually does it. Hard will die to Keen, but Echo Fox have got the Baron.
Ah! Holy moly. That's why you do it.
Yeah, you do it.
Shia LaBeouf, he was right all along. Well, we'll see if that is even enough. I mean, they're going to Baron empower the minions, and it's so early in the game, the death timer for dying at Baron's actually kind of low. So Hard's going to get back up, but I don't know, 2 lines of supers or Baron empowered. Whoa, Froggen's going to chase all these kids out of the...
Whoa, Keen gets chunked. Keith will follow. An Apex. Oh, man.
Let's go, 50 minutes, let's go.
We're only 27 minutes in. Oh, man. This is happening again. Echo Fox. Secure.
I want to see one of those hype videos made for Echo Fox Game of the Week. Let's go, 56 minutes in. Oh man, it's actually such a ridiculously nice steal from him.
Wow.
Repels the seismic shove right into the Baron pit, into the smite, didn't even get the execute. Then they get the dragon afterward. That's Infernal number 2.
Oh my goodness, there goes the wall.
I walled up Keith. Nowhere to go.
Trying to catch up. That's 2 members of Echo Fox split up from the rest of their team. If they can take the kills, they can try to push it forward. Shrimp is going to try to catch up to Hard, but they're disengaged. And Apex cannot catch Echo Fox.
They can't keep getting away with this stuff. They take away another Infernal Drake, and there's a 3rd one on the way. Okay.
Holy moly.
Well, all right. Everybody needs to calm down now.
Everybody, you're losing your mind over here.
Chill out. Apex need to focus. They had such an insane lead in this game. And it wasn't like, oh, we ran up against that old block of inhibitor turrets. Super hard to take. The other team's got a lot of wave clear. It's super hard to crack in there. They had 2 inhibitors down. Hard comes up with a magic steal on Elise. They defend while 2 inhibitors are down. They're still down a significant amount of gold. But man, are they making a good effort to pull it out here. You can't say Echo Fox don't have heart. This team, they never say die.
They certainly do not. Rushing now down the mid lane. They've still got Baron buff for another minute. Might try to break down this tier 1. However, Apex still 6,000 gold ahead. Definitely able to keep this wave cleared out as those super minions are now gone again for Apex as the inhibitors respawn, and Echo Fox looking to take this series 2-0 despite deficits in both of their games. They've got Baron buff. They're trying to clean up some turrets now.
Enormous deficits, by the way. If you're just tuning in, Echo Fox were down over 15,000 gold in the last game, and they won the game while still down in gold at the end of the game by taking it super late and relying on late game Sivir crits as well as Froggen's Victor. This time around, they don't have the crits, but they got the Baron buff. Oh,
throw on to KFO. He's the tank, though. He's going to get knocked back in. Special zoning as best he can. Repel. Ray's on the side doing what he can as KFO tanking. His GA will be popped as Apex try to clean this up. Slam is mistimed. KFO flashes. Is he going to get knocked? He will get knocked back in. KFO gets picked off, and Keen is chasing forward. He's going to eat a lot of damage to get shut down. Ray will turn on to Froggen. No, the tentacle. No, the tentacle. Oh, it misses. Hard will escape with his life.
Well,
he's still following him.
Remember the inhibitors are exposed too. I mean, it is a 1-for-1 top laner for mid laner, so that's kind of an even draw. Man, I have to say, Keen has been making so many picks for Apex, and it feels like he's gotten to the point where he was doing so well early that the game is starting to get away from him. He's like, come on, and he's trying to do a little bit too much now. He does make one really good pick, and then tries to follow it up a little bit too much. But here we go. Xpecial gonna get the Gnar as Mega Gnar into the rest of the team, and he does have GA. Ray's trying to kind of zone over there while Keith fires the culling through the middle of the screen, but all right, we skipped to the end of that one. Don't want to watch that. This is what they wanted. Mid-turret killed for Echo Fox.
They return to the scene of the crime and are able to break it down this time. Still 6,000 gold in favor of Apex, but Echo Fox are keeping pace.
I mean, they're such a lovable team. It's like the Bad News Bears. Everybody loves the underdogs, right? And they definitely have heart. They definitely never give up. Fighting as hard as they can here, and now they've got hope once again. The biggest part about Baron steals, okay, so I'm gonna exaggerate here. The biggest part is not actually the mental boost. You know, it is that you get to defend your double inhibitors down with your Baron-empowered minions, you know, and chase them off your base.
Certainly helps.
But man, the morale boost that you get from a really well-executed steal like Hard just pulled off, that is very significant as well. And Echo Fox, once again, look like they have a bit of a renewed vigor now. See if they can defend for the upteenth time their base.
Certainly has been. However, they've got to defend against a 1-4 split push. Keen on the top side will now group up with his team, and as 5, Apex will look to break down those inhibitors they took so long ago.
Keep your eyes on Apollo. Apex need a good arrow from him. The Ash arrow, we've been talking it up over and over again. It's been a lot of Keen. Apollo has hit some of the arrows as well. They're gonna need one of those picks to start it off again. Definitely look for vision control. Apollo slip into the fog of war, fire off the arrow from there, and Apex have plenty of tools to capitalize on an Ash arrow if it does hit. So Echo Fox, while they do have, you know, that morale boost and everything, they're not out of the woods.
Yeah.
Their base is on fire still, and the doors are open, and Apex still with a significant gold lead to work with. Baron spawning, Infernal Drake spawning. There's a lot of stuff coming up right now that are going to draw attention, and the vision leading up to all those things, Apex controlled.
Baron has just respawned. Infernal Drake popping up on the other side of the map. And Apex currently control the mid lane, and immediately Apollo's racing over there, deny that Infernal Drake number 3 to Echo Fox. However, Echo Fox aren't just going to give it up without a fight. They're racing down the mid lane right now, heading towards the Infernal Drake. They found Keen! Oh my god, they killed him!
Baron is up. They just took out the mid laner. Keen has so much of the gold too. He's got 6 of the kills. That takes a lot of the gold advantage off of the field now. Even though Echo Fox don't have vision, starting off the Baron, they're going to try and bait Apex in. This is a perfect place for an Alawi ultimate, though.
They see it happening now. Flash Cocoon onto Special Hearts at low health. Ray tries to go in. He starts dropping the damage. Special knocks up Keith, but he cleanses and dashes out. Big kites it out, but that's Ray killing KFO in the front. And Apex are chasing forward. Big drops to the spear. Ray, will he be able to go over the wall? Doesn't land the tentacle. And Shrimp eats a cocoon. Froggen tries to turn back in. What are you doing? He gets knocked into Shrimp and shut down. Apex.
Oh, he's teleporting in to cut him off. They don't want to let anyone out alive. Keith sees it, and so he's headed down. But Fox, I mean, hard. There's nowhere for him to go.
He will fall. Keith, the sole survivor. Keen has respawned and is racing down the mid lane to catch up with the rest of his team, looking to break down an inhibitor. They might actually have time to try to end the game.
Yeah, they have a lot of time. I mean, KFO is going to come back up, but it's a very long time on Froggen and Hard. And Apex, they're not waiting around for him.
Yeah, Keith is there. He's going to try to cull the minion wave as best he can, dodging as many skill shots as possible. Big has respawned. The Nexus turrets have dropped. The Nexus itself is going to fall as Apex are bringing us to a Game 3.
Whoopee! Game 3.
Big sigh of relief out of Apex over the course of that game. Definitely some relieved smiles over the course of that one.
I mean, if you lose 2 games as far ahead as you were,
yeah,
you do not want to look at social media. You don't